because I'm trying to stay ahead of the loop. I mean, we've beta for Facebook, and we love what they're doing, but we're going in a different direction because the small business owner, I Got It Guys, everybody, if we go to visit them and we interview them and we put them on different shows, the cost becomes less, becomes more manageable, because you're talking about the businesses while you're handing it out and doing it. So the guys are out there trying to put this thing together. All week it's failed for one reason or another. We got it to work yesterday. Finally.
Today it's going to work. I say wish wisely and it shall work.
And we blew a television screen.
But not today. Today it's going to be up.
Yeah, it'll be up. No, it'll work. It'll work. So anyway, that's the logical thinking of tomorrow, as they say.
And it's good. And Jen always has somebody. What's the next event you guys are going to, promoting? What's up next?
June 7th, we're going to be at the Bahia Mar. Excuse me. We're going to have a special grouping of ultimate speakers, I call them. Jen's going to be one, myself. I have some other speakers coming in, teaching people how to take their business to the next level, whether they're a business owner, author, speaker. It'll be June 7th at the Bahia Mar, sponsored by the Broward Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, very cool.
What time's it at?
It's going to be 3 to 8 o'clock.
Wow.
And I'll definitely send you that. I just got the information, so I don't even have a V card for it yet. We're just putting it together.
Not yet.
But yeah.
It'll happen.
So,
It's a coming.
yeah, it's coming. But yeah, so that'll be our next big event. And then, you know, my author's night in Kendall, which will be the 21st. So we have a whole bunch of things coming up.
That's amazing, because the author we had the other day that wrote this children's book called Rainbow Crystal, she's going to be at Books and Books down in Kendall.
On the 21st.
On the Memorial Day. I think it's the 20th. 28th, something like that. So she's going to be
No, I
down
think
there.
it's the Tuesday.
We've got Dr. Dorr, we've got Barbara Swanson that wrote the book,
Yes.
Beyond Food, Beyond Nutrition.
And Dr. Dora, we put this whole campaign together with those handcuffs over there are part of her read the book with your lover weekend. So you handcuff yourself to your lover all weekend, and then we have people who put in foods and all that stuff. And it was kind of interesting when people were saying, hey, Freddie, I sort of kind of handcuffed myself to my lover all weekend. I'm getting divorced.
You handcuff yourself to your computer all weekend, I think. But the V card, check out the V card. How do they download it? How can they get their free one to start?
So if you want your freebie card, I think the best thing to do is to go to My Virtual Card, because all the explanations of what the V card is right there.
Okay.
And there's videos, and if you want to see how to quickly make a card, so go to your text function to the number 80800. In the message box, text JENNG.
That's what we call you now, by the way.
Gen G, I know.
You call her Gen G, I call her Teach.
I call her
That's
Gen
right.
G. It's so much easier. It just fits, right?
Yeah, and it's so easy. So when you scroll down the card, because this is such cutting edge technology, you can scroll down the card, and at the very bottom of the card, it'll say get a V card. You press that, and then it'll ask you some information. For the free V card, the app is free. The free V card, we don't ask you for anything. You know how some places say it's free, but can we have your credit card information? We don't do that.
Yeah, I never understood that either.
I don't get it either.
Download the V card. You just downloaded it?
I went on.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Awesome.
It took me to you.
All right.
Yeah, good.
There you go.
That's right.
That's fantastic.
And
See how that?
it's funny because now when I ask people, do you have a V card? They go, what? And I go, what? So it's the opposite. I never heard of a V card.
We didn't.
Now I tell people, you got to have it. You have a business, you got a V card. Come on, you got to have this thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's an amazing tool.
Well,
also to communicate.
one thing we didn't bring up, okay, if people have your V card and you change anything on it, it automatically changes the whole system. Anybody that has it, if your email address, phone number, anything, it automatically changes it on your phone.
Amazing.
So
And that's important.
instant update.
Instantly update, because you think of how many times, let's say, you change your email address or you change where you are, and now you have to go and get all these cards printed up. So now you have 500 cards
You're
that
useless.
are useless.
Useless.
Plus, the cards aren't interactive. When I first met you guys, I came on the first time, I brought all these cards, and they're all thrown away at this point because I don't know who these people are. I don't even remember where I met them. So unless you want to go home from an event and write down, met Dawn at SoFlo Mixers, great talk, we'll follow up, blah, 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 blah. You
have no idea.
Yeah.
Download your V card, 80800. Put in Gen G, JENNG, for all the information on how to do it. For more information on George, 80800. This one's easy. GD.
There you
How
go.
easy is that? It's like
That's
taking
two
me back
letters.
to the story that you told me.
And don't tell me you're going to forget 2 letters. Even I can remember
Stay
that.
tuned for our next hour. We're going to be on 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Our stream is still rolling. We've got Humpty Dumpty on the set. Find Your Missing Piece, PEACE, with Clive Digby. We will be back in 2 and 2.
Which is 4.
Be right back.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makeup enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste,
Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
The Heart of Delray Gallery, located in the Delray Art Complex, is one of South Florida's top venues for art, culture, music, and private events. The Heart of Delray Gallery is a cutting-edge, 11,000-square-foot art exhibition showcasing local artists and artisans with the highest quality of talent and vision, highlighting South Florida's creative arts. Visit us at the Heart of Delray Gallery, 1440 North Federal Highway in Delray Beach. Come, take a tour, book your next private event or fundraiser, or join us for Art Walk the first Friday of every month from 6 to 11 p.m. For more information, give us a call at 561-278-0074.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true. Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you
What would Mom love for Mother's Day? Not old tired chocolates or wilted flowers. How about the gift of 20 years off her appearance? JJ Dental is offering a Mother's Day special. Botox, just $10 per unit. Juvederm, buy one syringe, get one 50% off. Call 954-491-1904 and give Mom the gift of youth for Mother's Day. Great for wives, too. 954-491-1904.
Now you can get Talk 1470 WNN on 95.3 FM too. Loud and clear. Health and Wealth Radio, WNN.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and the Brooklyn Cafe is
Spots are
open
going
for
to play,
business.
Dawn. They'll play after the open. The
team is ready to serve you a huge portion of fun for lunch. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought, take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe, and get ready to enjoy the humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of feel-good and happy soup to help your day go easier and enjoy your break with others around you. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddy S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. The feel-good food you need to help that bagel go down nice and smoothly. If you have a story to share, anything that happened at work, play, a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you today, call in toll-free 888-565-1470 right now. So sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe and let Dawn and Freddy S. get your happy juices flowing.
Cruise Planners, an American Express travel representative, has a tremendous reputation for quality, service, and very competitive pricing for all of your travel needs. As a Cruise Planners travel advisor, Paul Vadiano will help you discover exciting adventures around the world, from cruises to land tours and completely packaged vacations. Paul specializes in all types of travel and will create an unforgettable vacation, wedding, or event just for you. Find Paul at www.cruiseoptics.com, on Facebook, or by phone at 561-232-2626. We make your travel dreams come true.
Science has confirmed that real health comes from raw, organic, and wild foods. Essentials is a complete program of 5 products to help your body function as nature intended. Premium ancient superfood algae offers energy and stamina. Food-based digestive enzymes help prevent occasional heartburn and may reduce stress from processed foods and heavy metals. Our proprietary probiotics help support immune health, regulate bowels, and eliminate toxins. Improve your mood, mental clarity, focus, faster rejuvenation, and better sleep. Order now at eatessentialsnow.com. Essentials, life-enhancing ingredients in the palm of your hand. eatessentialsnow.com.
This is Alyssa, the Paint Girl. Car accidents happen. Get the most affordable, convenient, superior vehicle repair with concierge service. The Paint Girl provides pickup and delivery with no additional cost. Our body shops have over 30 years combined experience. The Paint Girl handles all makes, models, lease return repairs, and insurance claims. Your smart choice for vehicle repair? The Paint Girl. Call 954-691-7024. That's 954-691-7024.
What Humpty Dumpty's going to read is the Missing Piece book. This is the Clive Digby book.
Right.
You've got George's book.
I got George's book.
That was our first hour.
But wait, hold on a second.
Look at the set.
I want to introduce this book, and then we'll get to that in a second. But this book also was given to us by George Dubac. He even signed it. Look at that. The Ultimate Influence Worker.
Networking Authors Night. Any more information if you want on George Dubac? He was on our first hour with Gen G and the V card. You can text their V card 80800. For Gen G, put in JENNG if you want your own virtual card. And for networking information, 80800, put in GD for George Dubac.
That's it.
Amazing information. You can, as I said before, rewind, watch the first hour. For this hour, though, you can find us at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on Facebook, Periscope, and our new YouTube page. Also 95.3 FM, 1470 AM. Let's give Joe a happy Friday. Give him a call. 888-565-1470. Say, hey, Joe. Joe, we got Humpty Dumpty for you today. How'd you like that song, Freddie? You like that?
Who put that together?
What do you think?
That was.
Did you like that?
I love it.
Now, I got a lot of questions. You know, I love authors that come into studio, and they bring pieces like this. There was an author who had a children's book, and she came to me, and I wanted to have the characters dress up at an event that we did, and she didn't do it. And there was over 350 people at the event. Remember that event in Meisner Park?
Yes.
And she wouldn't listen to me, but I never thought in a million years that this would work. You could do finger puppets
It's a
for
great
those
idea.
characters. This is unbelievable.
But when you talk networking, how we even met Clive was through Noah Crane, through her Conscious Co-op event that we covered. And we met Noah through Deb Barcelone, who was the ultimate networker in Deborah's eyes. And in walks Noah, who collects souls, like we do in our ARC. And Noah comes, has this amazing show and an incredible event. Every month is Conscious Co-op. This month is coming up in a couple weeks. It's on May 24th, Thursday, at Farmer's Table. You can get the information on her Facebook page at Conscious Co-op. You should really come. They're renting out the entire ballroom. We'll be there again streaming.
Yes.
Hopefully we're streaming. If not, we'll be recording.
No,
We
we're
were there at the
streaming
last
or
event,
recording, yeah.
And we met Clive Digby. Digby or Digby Jones?
Digby Jones.
Clive Digby Jones. We met him there. And then you were on Noah's show last night, which was incredible. And we have some special offers to offer out on the radio, so we're going to get that going. But networking is so crucial. You don't even realize what you're doing, and it's always about the follow-up. And I have to say, follow-up makes me really nervous because you have that rejection on the other end of the phone. What if they don't answer? What if they don't know what to say? What do you say? But I'm telling you, persistence, and you keep going, and Clive Digby Jones is with us. I wish you had brought your partner, but next time she can walk around the gallery.
Yes, I apologize. She's on the phone to Europe as we speak. So.
Did you get a chance to look around, though?
Yes, I did.
It's a beautiful gallery,
Fantastic.
right?
I've taken a picture of Einstein to show her because that's her favorite person in the world.
Well, there's the big Einstein when you walk in the gallery, and Jay Harmon just did a pencil of Einstein. Did you see it in his room?
Yes.
Amazing.
Unbelievable.
You having fun with Humpty Dumpty?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out how to
How
put
old
him
are you?
on. 16.
You know what happens if he falls down? If he sits on a wall?
I catch him.
All the king's horses and all the king's men put Humpty Dumpty together again.
It's amazing. How old are you? There you go.
That I know nursery rhymes?
How you
That's
like
very
that?
cute. I
How you
love
like
our
that?
set. Who gets to do this, by the way?
Now, the amazing thing, ladies and gentlemen, and
our
thank you for
set
tuning
grows.
in. The amazing thing is this gentleman I met last night,
Yes.
and you told me an amazing story right before we went on the air about finding a marketer and somebody involved, because what you have here is out of the box thinking.
Yes. This is a guy who helped me launch my first business, and it was at the time I was a consultant in innovation, and he helped me polish up my exterior, as it were. So I was presented to the world. I did a study of Walt Disney for the Disney University, and I learned a lot of tricks of the trade. But what I didn't learn was how to really present myself. So I was, when I was very little, walking like a tin soldier. And I became successful in business. You know, I was listening to the guy who was just talking and how successful he is and everything else, and I'm thinking, yes, I could put myself out like that. I used to put myself out like that. But I didn't feel very much on the inside. I was, you know, very strong.
And we talked, one of the things he asked, he did a happiness workshop on what makes you happy.
Yes.
And it's an assessment, because what makes you happy and fulfilled is different than what makes someone else. And you look at this checklist, and is it money?
Yes.
Is it family? And you say you just didn't feel it on the inside.
Yeah.
But you were successful in business.
That's right. I had all the measures, but I was missing something. So the missing piece is about how Eileen Watkins Seymour, my partner, 27 years, and I help people find their missing pieces.
But it's peace, and you spell it different. So Shel Silverstein wrote a book called The Missing Piece, P-I-E-C-E.
Right.
Yours is different. It's P-E-A-C-E. We're looking at the missing piece. What is missing piece?
So the missing piece, I have to really go back to energy. We are all made of energy. You know, the scientists tell us we're made of energy. we're supposed to have the equivalent of 30 megatons of energy in our bodies if it could all be released.
I think you do.
I got 36.
36?
36 megatons.
Okay, well, I took it down for rounding. I didn't want to be too much. And when you come into the world, extruded into this compressed form of white light, you then come up against your parents, you come up against the world, and if you're lucky, you are still, if you see a baby smile and the warmth of that, you can feel it. However, if you bump up against things, against hurt, against abuse, then you pull back in. Your energy, it's like it implodes. So in my case, my birth was a very difficult one, and I did some rebirthing once and found that my feet were locked. They were locked from the point that I was born, because my mother's energy in her body was totally locked, and I had taken that on.
Were you born feet first?
I wasn't. I was actually born head first and was trapped around the chest, which is I'll come on to that later. So, so my first entrance into the world was of a very tight, very held situation. I'm now 2 years old, and I'm in a park. We had a nanny, so I'm from a English line of public schools, and it's a different growing up. And as a little boy, I was in the sand pit, and I was crying. So my nanny came over and said, "Come on, dear, you're frightening your mother. Stop crying." Okay. So I screamed. So then my mother comes over and she says, "Let's go and see the rabbits, and get rid of it." So now I've got a feeling in me that I was sad and lonely, and I was told to squash it. So I took my fist and I pushed down that feeling of sadness. I'm now at a child's party, age 4, and there's an obnoxious little girl whose party it is, and she says something mean, and I clock her. I decked her. Her father then came and told me the facts of life, and now the anger that had come up from this little place was pushed down. So through life, I go on doing that until I become the adult in my young 20s, and I'm invincible. Nothing can touch me. So I'm walking through life. What I have inside me is a frozen, like an onion, with layers of the onion inside me.
Of things that you have pushed down or suppressed?
Yeah. So part of me went into put itself in safekeeping. Part of me created layers around.
Of protection,
As
which
protection.
we all do.
Yeah, which we all do. And to the point that I no longer felt what actually had happened to me or the hurt. I had left it behind. And so I was able to be in the world. Well, 2 marriages later...
Talk about suppression.
Or depression.
Or depression.
I'm actually on my 4th, but anyway, we won't go there just yet.
Well, I think you ain't pushed hard enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I realized that my relationship with my children was distant, and so I started going on a journey to find myself. One of my sons said, "Dad, when you found yourself, can you remember you've got children living in England?" But anyway, I went on a journey, went to America. I did all sorts of awareness programs. I went to Tony Robbins. I spent the money. I actually spent a lot more money with an organization called Insight, which I ran in San Francisco for a while. So I went through every stage of the personal development. Then I got to the maintenance stage, the management stage, self-management. So now I'm saying affirmations, I'm meditating.
Which I think a lot of people do when they say, all right, I'm going to put in the universe. We talked about it the first hour. I'm going to better myself. I'm going to go to these events and networking. And they manifest. Yeah. And they tell me they're going to meditate on it and they're going to pray on it. But you have to take some action. You just can't meditate and pray and expect it to come.
No, and what I found was that actually all of that middle stage of the maintenance, the reading books and everything else was, but had become an obsession. I was obsessed with it, and I didn't seem to be getting any further. And then somebody told me about a course for neurolinguistic programming, NLP. I don't know if you've had anybody on talking about it, but it's finding out the subjective processing, the way you process, not the content of what happened to you, but how did you hear, how did you feel, how did you sense and see, and how it's stored in the body. And it teaches you that you can start to change your programming. And at that time I was traveling around the world helping companies develop new products, new services. So I was interested in how could I help them change.
Is it how we change how we look at things?
Change how we look at things, how we think about it. You know, it says that if you always think about something the same way as you've always done, you're never going to invent something new.
Well, it's like you always say, why is it so easy to be negative first instead of positive? Why do we fall back as a default on negative feelings and positive feelings?
We tend to go with what we know, and if we've built up a pattern of self-protection through not taking risks, because all our experience tells us that I can get hurt, it doesn't work, or whatever.
Well, you don't want to play not to lose. You want to play a game to win. And a lot of people actually play not to lose. And what happens is that people give you advice to protect yourself constantly over and over again. But that isn't your energy. You know, I'm looking at the missing piece. The missing piece allows you, if you believe in you and you bring that forward, it doesn't matter what anybody says.
Right.
That's the hard part, because we have a tendency of listening to everything around us. We have a tendency of becoming like everybody else says, well, you know, don't get too big, don't get this, watch out for this. So all of a sudden you're protecting yourself from the whole world, and you're playing not to win, not to lose. Not to lose. You're playing not to lose.
So yes, and with the NLP, I met Eileen. She was running courses in the London Business School. And I started to find that there were places in me that were numb. And I started with her help to explore and to go on an inner journey. And I think the third session...
And what does she do?
She is a psychotherapist, UK registered psychotherapist, Doctor of Science now.
We're going to get her here eventually.
Yes, she will come. She likes to do the work, she says, and not so much talk about it.
So she's finding the puzzle, and she's figuring out the pieces on this thing. Now, is this approach the same for everybody?
It's suitable for everybody. We've seen people as young as 6, as old as 89. We've seen couples, individuals. Each person has a different journey to take on the inside. Okay. And this was the thing I discovered, was I was trying to do everything on the outside to, you know, I became a Jew.
You became a Jew?
I became a Jew. I didn't go away from being a Jew. I actually...
You stopped being a Jew and became a Jew again? It's you?
I was a Christian, and I found Judaism, and so I became a Jew in '98. I went on all sorts of searches to find myself, looking everywhere else.
Except within.
Except within.
All right, let's take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the journey from within and how Clive took all of this information and went forward with the missing piece, offer some coaching courses, 888-565-1470, and we will be right back.
Want to make your smartphone brilliant? One tap creates a virtual wine fine tuner. Another, a coffee refiner. A beauty cream and makep enhancer.
Wow. Look at your eye.
What a difference.
And with still just a tap, a strength and flexibility harmonizer.
Yeah, I definitely felt something different.
This is the Vitalizer. In the App Store on any smartphone, a simple download that will embed specific frequencies and vibrations into your phone's light photons and sound waves. Calibrations designed to affect taste.
The Vitalizer one is better than the other one, for sure.
Hydration, absorption,
Feel silkier.
and perhaps most incredibly, your strength, flexibility, and energy. Amazing.
Wow.
Crazy. Well, salud. I'm loving it.
Go to www.vitalizerapp.com and make your smartphone brilliant.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or carmencarelaser.com.
I got a guy. You need a guy? I got a guy. With vCard Global, all your contacts are in the palm of your hand. Never leave home without your business cards or brochures again. vCard is the ultimate marketing tool. No more printing cards or brochures. vCard fits in the palm of your hand and is always with you. vCard is a powerful networking tool that virtually promotes sharing and builds referrals for your business. vCard Global, the virtual business card. Hold your business in the palm of your hand. Contact Jennifer at jenng.vcardinfo.com, the world's most intelligent business card. I got a guy, jenng.vcardinfo.com.
Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time.
And we're back.
And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV on a fun, I can't even say it's Fitness Friday. We're not even doing fitness today. Maybe we're doing fitness for our mind and our inner Humpty Dumpty work. We've got Clive Digby Jones with us. Give us a call, 888-565-1470. You're putting your mustache is bigger than
I'm going to sew the mustache on Humpty Dumpty. Do you remember in New York, we used to do something called the Crazy Glue Challenge? Steve, you remember this. So we used to get a ladder, put crazy glue on your thumb, and stick it on the ceiling.
Was this fun?
In 3 seconds.
Really?
Yes.
And why would you do this?
Because there was a commercial where the guy was hanging on the building.
With the hat?
With the hat.
I've got the hard hat. I got that hat.
He was in a building.
I got that.
So my brother came up, and he rest in peace, he came up with this challenge that he wanted to see if he got stuck on the ceiling, if it really worked.
And how'd that go?
It really works. We had to get nail polish remover to get it off.
It really works.
It's crazy.
But we're not getting stuck anymore. We're growing from the inside. We're putting Humpty Dumpty and the missing piece back together again with Clive Digby Jones. And you do coaching.
Yes.
What is your coaching? Because I want to offer that to people
well, he has
while
a whole
we
bunch
have
of
time.
books too.
What are all these books, and how did this lead to the missing piece and Humpty? There's a lot of pieces we got to put together here.
I see a book there that I recognize.
You recognize a book?
Yes.
These are some books I bought because people spend a lot of time trying to improve themselves. Okay. So, for example, Secret.
That's the big one.
That's the big one. And Practicing the Power of Now. If I get a room full of people, or in fact all of the listeners now, and ask the question on a score of 1 to 10, I was listening to 1 to 10 being described on the happiness scale. Well, this is a different, on 1 to 10, where 10 is being totally present. I'm here, I'm in my voice, I'm in my touch, I'm in my relationships, I'm totally here. How close to 10 are you on average? And almost everybody in the room will get a number that comes up. because their system knows the extent to which they're, on average, they are present, and the part of them that is not present.
That's without your mind wandering. You're thinking about the groceries,
All right, hold
the
on,
laundry.
hold on.
Are you present?
Hold on. We got a mic. Light up a mic in there. I want to ask the question. Oh, we got people in here.
Yeah.
Let's ask that question.
Yeah.
So the question is?
So if 10 out of 10 is being fully present, as opposed to distracted or off somewhere or whatever, on average, how close to 10 are you present?
Light that one up.
Yeah.
It's on.
It's on? Okay,
How
answer
close
that
to
question.
present are you?
5.
Okay,
It's on
5.
I need to turn the mics on.
You got to hit number 5, 6, or 6,
7,
7, 7, 8. Okay.
Okay.
Try now.
5.
So what that says to me is that 50% of you is trying to be 10.
You're
That's
a 5.
something of a struggle. And the other thing is 50% of you is somewhere else doing something else. And 50-50 is one of the toughest places to be, because you've got one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brake, and you can tend to spin your wheels.
It's like Freddy says, you're sitting on a fence. No one said it wasn't going to be a picket fence, though.
That's right. It's never a comfortable fence.
So the interesting thing is to find out where is your missing 50%. How do you get a hold of it? And this is what we do when we're working with people. We help them find their missing pieces or piece. And I'll tell you in a minute how we do that.
I want to ask a question to the other people.
Yep.
What number do you got going there?
I'm at 7.
7. Okay, so 70-30. And one of the things we might do in it with you is, how do you put 70 in one hand and 30 in the other hand, and ask you which is where? Because the 70 is going to be the driving force, because that's the one that's out there, on the outside, doing everything. And then the 30% is somewhere else. Okay, so 70-30, yeah?
And I find myself sometimes, depending on the situation, like when I'm here, I have to be present. When I'm home and the TV's on, you got to do laundry, you got to do the dishes, and you got to do this, I'm not so present. So my 70-30, 50-50 is a little bit different depending on the situation.
Okay. Ladies tend to be able to multitask better than gentlemen, I would say.
I don't know about that.
But actually, that's why we do the average. So if you take it on average, what's your number?
Probably a 8, I want to say.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Right. So as Noah shared last night on the radio show, she's an 8 out of 10, and she's working on her 20%. And she also shared that she found a younger self who had got left behind and was very unhappy. And the feelings that people have of negativity tend to come from those places that are like a tightly held, frozen piece of yourself.
And you're working with Noah. You work with people. That's the part I want to get to, that you do coaching,
Yes.
and you help people what?
Well, we do personal sessions to help them find the missing percentage and get to 10. Normally 2 to 8 sessions is the maximum that anybody sees us. We also have a book, The Missing Piece, and it has exercises in it that you can do, and it has lots of case studies, so you can see how other people have worked on finding parts of themselves. And I can give lots of examples.
So what are some of the things that every time I start a sentence with so, I think of my friend Skip Kelly up at iHeart, who said, since when does a sentence start with so? What are you finding? What are people looking for? And what are some of the practices that we put in place?
People have a general feeling that they have more, that they have more potential, and they start trying to find different ways of doing it. That's usually in the awareness and self-management stage. Self-actualization is actually about finding and freeing the energy, the light. If, what these two people told us, Dr. Candace Pert and...
Molecules of emotion and the biology of belief.
Yes.
I'd really rather deal with Humpty Dumpty, quite honestly.
Well, those are the scientists who tell us how we trap negative emotion in our bodies and how it leads to disease and cancers and other things. And the biology of belief tells us how negative thoughts running in the back of your head, out of your consciousness, are actually affecting your cells.
Well, all those thoughts of when you're a child of I'm not good enough,
Yes.
which I think a lot of people seem to have. At least a lot of women I know in this community have told me that I'm not good enough syndrome. I should be doing more. I should be a better mother. I should be a better daughter. I should be a better wife. Whatever it is, I should be better at business. The should be betters are holding people back from who you truly are.
So I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Yes, we got that.
Okay.
This is a picture of, just for people on the radio that aren't seeing it, these are energy drawings of colors.
Yes. So at one workshop, this is the same person over 3-4 different workshops. And the first time he came, we have people look inside themselves and draw their energy as they feel it, as their system tells them to draw it. So he draws red lines on the outside, a lot of green, a lot of dark colors. And he knows that the red is anger and very...
It's got a whole color chart.
Well, wait a minute. The person drew this themselves.
Yes.
You gave me a piece of paper.
This
and
is
I'm
the
drawing.
same
Yep.
person.
And we do
But
that.
that's how they feel at that particular moment.
Yeah. And this is an interesting thing. Their system, we call the person's system, is wanting to show how it's working. And the second one, there's lots of lighter colors. There's some yellows now.
Is that a different day, a different meeting?
It was about a month apart.
So it's a different environment.
We'd worked with him in the meantime, and he'd done work on the workshop. And then the third one is what most people would think is, oh my lord, look how strong, and he's got this central core and everything else.
More defined.
Yeah. Well, actually, he just pulled his energy all into one single column in the middle of him. He knew exactly how angry he was. And then this is the last one, which is, it was totally released, and he couldn't draw an outline of himself.
So he wasn't coached into doing this, he just randomly did it?
No, he did it with exercises, he did it with explorations that we take people on.
So he becomes radiating energy at the end.
Yes.
And you want to offer something to our listeners and our viewers.
Yes. So we have a free first session to the first person who contacts you.
So give Joe a call, 888-565-1470, and Clive Digby Jones will provide a free first session.
That's worth $150, and the next 3 people who call in will get a copy of the book, The Missing Piece.
Now, Clive, I got a whole bunch of questions, but I got a question. The Secret was a well-known book that was, I mean, I read it a few times because of its meaning, but because the way that it expresses how you have to be able to hold on to belief like you're holding a pencil. If you can't do that on a consistent basis, then things don't fall into place the way they should. I mean, that's what I got out of the book. Maybe some other people read it, they got something else. It's very difficult to do.
Yes.
Now, I'm looking at these drawings, and what they're telling me is if you think about how you feel about yourself, and then you put it down on paper, which can make an adjustment on you in a heartbeat. I'll give you an example. My mother died, and the question I'm going to raise on this thing is, how does that change show in those kind of drawings? So let's say I'm the last one, I'm radiant, and my mother dies. I'm not going to feel radiant at that moment of time, no matter what the studies are, no matter what I go through. So how do you interpret, I guess is the word I'm looking for, how do you interpret your emotions that you can write them down this way?
Once you've achieved a degree of radiating, then whatever happens, you know, I've lost people recently.
Okay.
It means that my recovery rate is so much greater.
Okay.
I go to the joy that
Good
I've
point.
experienced. It doesn't become a negative drain on me. And we are meant to be radiating beings. And what tends to happen is suddenly the friends we have may change because we start to attract different people. They may find that the old games we all used to play don't work anymore. So this is about finding the light. RAPSI is the approach we use, Ravenscroft approach to psycho-spiritual integration. And Humpty Dumpty.
Psycho-spiritual integration.
Yeah.
All right. How are we putting our psycho-spiritual? We're integrating it, I suppose.
But I love
the Humpty Dumpty
No,
thing?
I love the rebound aspect of what he's talking about because, you know, you go through things in life. So people would say, oh, this program isn't going to make me constantly happy. He's not saying that. But you rebound back.
Yes.
And you rebound stronger, yes?
And it's like things naturally start to happen. You know, I find, so last night I said, I need to know something about networking. This is to myself.
Right.
I am the God force, so I'm talking to myself. That upsets some people, but anyway. And I want to know about V-cards, and I come here today, and you change your speakers, and I'm going, well,
Made the adjustment happen because of you.
well,
I can say that.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm right, wrong, or indifferent. I can feel that, and
We
it
have
happened.
we have like 4 young clients at the moment, and we're particularly keen to work with younger people who've got a whole life ahead of them. I mean, we'll work with anybody, but we're keen to have them maximize their beingness, their wholeness. And 2 of them were looking for new jobs. And the day after, I think it was their second session, both of them, they were suddenly, one of them got 14 job offers. The other one got her perfect job offer. And, you know, she looked at us and we looked at her and said, wow.
Okay, 888-565-1470.
And they
You don't want to miss out on this.
Hold on a second. They're getting this because they went through the program.
Yeah, they're going through doing personal sessions.
So okay, so let's back up the truck here a little bit. Because then if things are not working out for you in your life, it all comes from your mental outlook on things as well, doesn't it?
It's actually a physical thing because, you know, you know, if you're holding negativity, even if you've done lots of work to forgive people from the past and, you know, you're on the outside, you're being very successful. If there's something running on the inside, you need to find it, and you need to dissolve it, and you need to free the energy.
And we're going to talk about how we do it, but it almost reminds me of the Akashic Records, that it's all these records that we hold from our life, our spirit forces, our manifestation forces, that you're identifying them and saying, all right, now, and this is the next step, let's work through them.
Yeah, I call myself a karma mechanic. Karma mechanic, difficult to say, because I'm helping people. We're all about empowerment. This is not about, I mean, last night I said I'm a healer, which makes me sound like a big shot. You know, I do use healing skills in what I do, but it's not about me, you know, solving your problems for you. It's about helping you become empowered, become your 100% self. And that involves bringing energies in. We talk about the Rapsy Diamond, Ravenscroft approach to psycho-spiritual integration, Rapsy Diamond, which if you imagine a point of light up above and a point of light down below, and points of light out here, the diamond is the energies of masculine and feminine, the energies up on high, the energies below, the energies deep in, the energies out back from your past, could go through to a past life. Energies out front, we often project a future self in front who has the job of pulling us forward with we're the anchor behind the person who's striving to be in the world.
It's like the vitalizer when it creates this dome of energy, when we do it the right way.
I was just thinking that.
Right? It's the dome of light and intention.
Yes.
And it's the diamond, but it's not a flat diamond. It's a pyramid of all facets
Yes.
of what it is.
And the vitalizer also shows energy in the body. Didn't he have the slides that show different...
It changes the inflammation and the energy,
Yes.
correct, with the light and sound.
And it had the same person going to the vitalizer, and their energy spectrum was changing with the colors
They
got
do the
cooler or
thermography,
something?
right? So you could truly see what
Right.
you're doing if you look at thermography, which
Yes.
would be a really interesting study, that someone comes into you and you do a thermographic scan and you look at the colors which you're having drawn. So
Yes.
you're really doing your own thermography.
Yes.
You go through the session and then they do a follow-up thermography. Imagine seeing the colors then.
That would be good. I'm just
Then
happen
there
to
it
have
is.
an
Would you
inner-
be-
an inner one.
All right, hold your inner one. We're going to take a commercial break. 888-565-1470. More with Rapsy, your inner diamond, and finding your missing piece. And we will be right back.
BeBetterPrepared.info is an affordable way to prepare yourself and your family for the worst. Stock up with emergency gear and the knowledge you need to be ready in case of an emergency. From first aid, safe water supplies, to shelter. BeBetterPrepared.info is a convenient way to quickly stock up on survival and camping gear at an affordable, pre-packaged price. Order Elite Ready Pack to get started. No matter what the situation, go to BeBetterPrepared.info and you will be prepared if disaster strikes or for your camping needs.
I am Crunchy because knowledge is power. Crunchy is a revolutionary line of safe and high-performing toxin-free cosmetics that are redefining beauty. You no longer have to sacrifice your health for your beauty or your beauty for your health. Be conscious about what are in your cosmetics and how they affect your body. Contact me at 703-509-2592 or explore at crunchywithanI.com/Liz Sant, LIZSANDT. Again, it's 703-509-2592.
What is Debersize? With over 25 years of personal training experience and workout techniques, Deb Varsalone invites you to Debersize. Debersize comes to you from the privacy of your own home or group training facility. Debersize can meet your individual fitness needs, offering one-on-one, non-impact resistance training, post-surgical strengthening to higher level boot camp and weight training. Debersize will meet your personal fitness goals at any age. Contact Deb at 561-307-9283. Schedule an initial consultation and get ready for a stronger, healthier you. 561-307-9283. Welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe, where every day is a new adventure. If you'd like to join Don and Freddy S. at the cafe, give them a call at 888-565-1470 toll-free. Come on in or call to share a thought for the day and get all the information you need to help your business grow. That's 888-565-1470. Let's reopen the cafe doors. Now, back to Don and Freddy S.
Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. And don't forget to like this video.
And subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live. We'll see you next time. And we're back at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for our last segment of this fun Friday with Freddy, who's... you're like a commercial where you can like throw the mint up and catch it and it falls on the floor.
I did that one time. I almost choked.
Did you make it?
No. That's why I don't do it no more.
Gonna pick a card? Pick a card, any card. Let's see. You know, the other day we had a guest pick the card and she picked Noah. It was about, pick a card, Mr. Clive Digby Jones.
Okay.
Let's see what it says. Are you ready? Hurricane season is coming. We're talking hurricane preparedness.
It says, show me the money.
Show me the money. You never know when, a bank runs out in a natural disaster and will shut banks and ATMs down for extended periods of time. Keep cash, $20 bills or smaller in your car and home. Everyone should have silver-ready coins and small gold-ready coins. Don't store all of your coins in a safe deposit at the bank. Have popular bartering items available, cigarettes, alcohol, and ammo. I feel like I'm back.
You know, it's really funny because some people forget to take cash.
Money.
To take cash, and you go to use your debit card and there's no power. And the next thing you know, you out there.
Well, you know, when you went to Puerto Rico, you needed cash.
That's how I could tell you.
Right?
This is how I could tell you. I wish I had this deck of cards. I'm gonna tell you. I went to Puerto Rico because I went to bury my mother, and I didn't think about taking cash with me. And there was no ATMs, there was no power, there was nothing. So we had to drive everywhere. Now there was no gasoline. So I had to find gas to be able to drive to San Juan.
To get the money from the bank.
There was one building that had a line that was 16 days long to be able to get money so that we can get stuff.
Tip of the day, when you're getting ready and you're getting all your food and water and canned goods together, keep an emergency bank account with you. Not bank account, cash stash. And don't keep it all in one place because better not to. You can do gold coins, silver coins from BeBetterPrepared.info. You can also get more information on the Elite Ready Pack. Are You Ready commercial? That's a new sponsor. So thank you to Bill Dirth for that, who happens to be in studio.
Yes, he is.
20s or smaller. Keep cash, which easy. And I love the bartering idea. Bartering items. Cigarettes, alcohol, and ammo.
Hey, there you go. That's right, because sometimes you have to do a little negotiation.
You never know what you got to barter with.
Well, it's amazing because when a hurricane comes, your neighbors who are not prepared are going to barter
when
with
you put all this food together, you have like a big cookout, everything in the freezer starts to melt, and you've got to cook it all up. But we're talking here today with Clive Digby Jones. We've had a segment of putting Humpty Dumpty together, and I don't want to run out of time of how did you come up with the Humpty Dumpty analogy?
I realized that it was me.
Let's get you closer to the mic.
Okay.
Humpty Dumpty is you?
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty is me. It really describes my journey. It's like, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall, all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. The king was distraught, Queen Rapsy was not. She gathered the pieces unheeded, and although there's a mess, I can see deep inside that it's light that's desperately needed. She helped him explore as Humpty awoke, and the hurt and the cracks receded. The magic was working, light shone all around. Once again, Queen Rapsy succeeded. So that's describing how Eileen, over 27 years of life, first as my psychotherapist, you're not supposed to marry your patients, but we did. She's helped me with sessions. I've helped her too, because I've trained
Think how interesting that is when you think about it. The king's horses and the king's men don't laugh at me because it's a nursery rhyme. Couldn't put Humpty together again. Physically, he was put back together again, but emotionally and spiritually, yes. Who has to do the work?
That's right.
You have to do your own work. You're laughing at me because I think in nursery rhymes and animation and movies. So to me, it makes perfect sense because you can put all the outside together. And you can get dressed up and put on your makeup and walk out the door. But if you're hurting inside, only you can do that work to bring the light in.
Yes. And you can do only so much on your own. One of the things we found is that people have set up protective mechanisms, mostly located in the head, which stops them going right to the end.
We build walls.
We build walls, yeah, that's right, walls and defenses. So it's about taking those walls down.
Well, isn't it amazing that you can spend time building a wall instead of living the real you? And telling people, listen, this is the real me. And I always say to people, I'm not here to be liked. I will be respected, but I'm not here to be liked.
Right.
And live your life and live it to succeed.
Yes.
But everybody seems to fall back to building walls and making and showing very small glimpses of who they really are.
But I think it goes back to what you said about your childhood, when you suppress certain feelings that you know are not accepted, well, whatever reason, why, not blaming anyone, but we suppress things, they're not accepted, we suppress them again, and that becomes your norm. Because if I can't, as a man, I know you tear, but can men cry? You were told, no, you can't.
But who said that?
It's a thing.
What thing?
It's like men. I've got a studio full of men.
You guys know how to cry?
Do men cry?
Have you guys ever cried before?
Oh, I've already had my epiphany, so I do.
Bill had his, and he has an epiphany. Nick, yes?
Nick, you ever cry?
Yes.
Yeah, last night.
Well, we got two Nicks.
Well, the bottom line here is that people tell you things. It doesn't mean that that's what you do.
But people don't do what they do. They do what they think they should do.
And their energy is what's responding. So it's like, you can be hearing stuff and you're being told stuff, but what you're feeling is, this is not for me, this is not good, and you pull in. And then, and this was really what I wanted to say on the secret, by the time you come to actually try and put this into effect, how much of you is available? 1 to 10.
None.
Yeah.
And it shows you how little of you is available. That's the scary part about that book.
And I wanted just to tell you, this lady was 23, and she came to see Eileen and I, and what we didn't know was that she was having her blood tested a particular way. So the top 4 show stomach, stress, free radicals, lymph. And it showed she was heading for cancer. She had had stomach problems since she was 13. In the middle, she was working with us, and in some ways things got worse because she was actually finding where the pain was, what was going on. And this is 6 weeks after the sessions with us, and she was totally healed. What we had to do with her was, along the way, about the middle of the 6 sessions, she discovered she had this 13-year-old self standing in back of her with her arms crossed, and she was, she was damned if she was going to cooperate with the adult self, the 23-year-old, and us.
It always goes back to the childhood, which is So sad, but so true.
Well,
because
Sigmund
that's-
Freud was a big proponent of that. Listen, I got a question.
Okay. You forgot it?
No, I want to know how to ask it. You ever notice that when you are feeling good and then they do a blood test or something and they find cancer, they find something,
Yes.
and all of a sudden you get sick
Yes.
and they put you in the hospital and you die? I mean, I'm better off not going in that
Not
place
finding out.
and not finding out.
Yeah.
Psychologically, the energy piece.
It does.
Is that what you're
It's
talking
difficult.
about here?
Yeah, and you can be positive and you can heal yourself, but for a lot of people that is a bit of a death sentence. I mean, I remember we worked with somebody who had a cancer, and they were trying to rise out of their body. They were working against the process of becoming fully embodied and then radiating, which would have helped possibly heal the cancer. Things may have gone too far. So, but it's more than just convincing yourself that you can beat it. It is actually about finding the source. Had a lady with a ovarian cancer, and she was from Germany, and it turned out that she found her mother beating her back in pre-war times because discipline was strong.
Mm-hmm.
It was when she dissolved that the precancerous situation went away.
Wow.
Man, there are more stories.
And we say all the time that different feelings can turn your body into different. Look, Humpty Dumpty's stuck on my wand. Humpty Dumpty, look at that. Sorry, I digress.
That's one smart egg, I tell you that. He ain't going down.
But different feelings do create different physical statements and illnesses in your body.
Yes.
How funny is that?
But I think that the secret to this is twofold. One is that, which you just said, and the other one is it coming so that you accept it.
Yes.
I think that a lot of people will listen to this conversation and say, can I do it? Can I actually believe that I'm here and do the things that I am capable, that he's saying that I am capable of doing? That's the biggest mystery. It's the mystery, one of the 8 mysteries of life. Can you? And the answer is?
Can you?
Find out.
How can people contact you?
So, and give a phone number.
Sure.
Which you can text or call 561-351-9134. 561-351-9134.
And let's talk about your book.
Yes.
How people can find your book.
Well, if you text or if you email C. Digby Jones, that's DIGBY-JONES, at Ravenscroft, which is the bird in the nest, ravenscroft.com.
Look who walks in.
I feel like a Harry Potter.
Yeah.
It's Dr. Dan.
Dr. Dan.
Then you can get the book from us. It's $10 plus postage.
Dan, check this out, Dan.
What is that?
Email cdigby-jones at
Gmail. At ravenscroft.com.
At ravenscroft.com, or you can contact you at what phone number?
561-351-9134.
Such great information here, talking about finding your energy, different stories. Wow, Freddie, we had a lot of reading to do.
Well,
Language of disease.
Okay, but hold on. I got a different question about this book. If you find you're going through all this, that there are so many things that you have to work on, because sometimes it comes in layers, like the onion you spoke about.
Yeah.
What do you work on first?
Well, obviously, if they're doing immunology on you, and you can extend
immunology.
Yeah, extend your life. That would be good to give you time. But we would say try and find the source of this.
The source.
Yeah, the source. Where did this come from?
And again, don't write to Freddie, because no one writes to me that we're curing cancer or we're curing anything.
Yeah,
we're
don't
not
say
curing
that.
anything. We're looking at the source of potentially disease causes. Sometimes it's stress, different life experiences, any changes.
And you have a choice to make one.
So don't write to Freddie and tell him we're cured cancer, because you know what? We would love to, but we're not saying that.
That ain't happening.
Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, Clive.
Thank
you,
you.
everyone. Nick, and everyone who's here. Be safe, be kind to each other. We'll see you Monday, same time, same place.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye. Do you find yourself asking, why am I doing this again? I feel stuck, or I can't get clarity. An Akashic Record consultation will give you unbiased guidance and insight to move past being stuck and move forward with ease. Akashic Records are your individualized thoughts, words, and actions from the spiritual world. An Akashic Record consultation pulls from the non-physical world of your past, present, and future. Contact Julie for your Akashic Records consultation. 561-945-1108. AskYourBook.com. Be in conscious alignment. That's 561-945-1108.